shorturl.com channel where we talk about the green team, we talk about TC Trademark, we talk about TC Barter, we talk about crypto. There's something new going on in the crypto world. Something new, something new, something different. Just like when McDonald's started out in San Bernardino, California, and everybody had been going to, where did I do that? Share. I'm going to try to share my screen here. Which is one? This one? There we go. So something new. We're talking about something new in the crypto world. As I mentioned, at one time, if you wanted to buy a hamburger, you had to go pull in, wait for the car hop to come and talk to you, wait 10 minutes for your hamburger, and when you're done, you had to wait for the car hop to come back and take the rack off your window. Well, in San Bernardino, a couple of innovative guys decided to limit the menu to just hamburgers, drinks, and fries. And they made you walk up to the window to order your own stuff. But when you walk up to the window, by the time you got your change, your food was sitting there waiting for you. And when you were done eating, you didn't have to wait for the car hop to come and get the rack off your window. You just threw it in the trash and on your way. So it was quicker, easier, and therefore also cheaper. Well, that was something new in the restaurant world. So what happened? Now there's McDonald's everywhere and a bunch of copycats everywhere. Well, likewise, something is happening in the crypto world similar to that, something new, something different. We're going to tell you about it today. Uh, the reason I'm showing you Dow Jones right now is because I like to start out and see in general what's going on. Obviously, the Dow is crashing, uh, but is it going to continue to crash? Is it reaching the bottom yet? Well, one way for me to figure out if I think that we're reaching the bottom of things is to go to Dex Screener and look at the crypto and see what crypto's doing because it seems to, for some reason, follow the Dow and the Nasdaq quite a bit. You can see that over the last 24 hours, it's down like crazy, just like the Nasdaq and the Dow. But look what's happening in the last hour. The last hour, crypto is going up. That says to me that, okay, it's down a bunch, but if it's going up in the last hour, maybe that's a signal that we've reached the bottom because people are buying. The only thing that makes it green is there's more buyers than sellers all of a sudden. So in the last hour, if there's more buyers than sellers, I might want to be a buyer also because if it's going up, it might continue to go up. Just like if these are red all the way across, and the last hour it's down, and 24 hours is down, and 7 days is down, it's red, red, red. To me, that's a symbol for me to wait because it's still falling. And if I buy some, it's probably going to fall some more. But right now, what I can see here is that in the last hour, it started to move up. That's interesting. What about if I look at my example portfolio where I've listed some of my favorite tokens and see what they're doing? Oh, look at this. Down in the last 24 hours like crazy. So it means that they're in the bargain price territory, but they've stopped going down. In fact, in the last hour, they're up quite a bit, 5%, 7%. So it says to me, maybe this is the bottom. So which one of these am I going to buy? How am I going to figure that out? I'm going to go on a treasure hunt and figure out which one to buy. So if I go over to Dex Screener, which is a place where we can see the smaller tokens, and why do I want to find a smaller token? Because the smaller tokens have less liquidity. If I try and buy a Bitcoin, for example, there's tons of liquidity, and it's not going to be easy for me to affect the price. I'd like to buy something that I'm helping it to go up. If I buy something with huge liquidity, my little purchase of 100 or 2 or 300 isn't going to affect the price. If I go to a smaller token, here's a list of Ethereum ones. And if we hit volume here and find out which ones are active today, the most volume, look at Link. But on Link, look at the liquidity, $22.5 million. Well, I'm after a token where people like me that are buying it can help make the price go up. It's not going to be very easy to make the Link price go up because there's so much liquidity. So I'm looking for a token that has low liquidity but is popular and is moving up. Well, how am I going to find that? Well, I'll tell you how Oh, by the way, this is the Ethereum network. I'm going to go over to the Pulsechain network, look at the same thing, see what the what token has the most volume. Wrapped Bitcoin. So Bitcoin from Ethereum that's riding on Pulsechain has the most volume. And look at this, it's headed up. Here's a bunch of others that are headed up. So how am I going to pick which one of these? Well, first of all, I like to pick the Pulsechain network instead of the Ethereum network simply because the fees are lower. I'd rather be paying a penny or two or 10 cents or 27 cents than to be paying a buck or two or $27. Because on Ethereum, the trading fees range from a buck to $100 or something in that range. And I'd rather have it range from a penny to 30 cents, and on Pulsechain it's a lot cheaper. So I just concentrate on Pulsechain. So if I'm going to find something on Pulsechain, I'm on a treasure hunt. What am I going to find on Pulsechain that I'm going to buy? Well, wrapped Bitcoin might be a decent choice. Only catch is it's got a lot of liquidity, 308,000 liquidity. PulseX has 7 million liquidity. So if I look at these highest volume tokens, obviously I like to look at the highest volume tokens because if they've got a lot of volume, a lot of people know about them, and there's a pretty good chance that they're going to follow the trend better than anything else. But when I find these that have a lot of volume, they also have a lot of liquidity. I don't like that. I want one that has low liquidity, so that if I buy 100 or 200 or $300 worth, the price goes up more than it would if I bought some PulseX or Beast or whatever these are. I mean, these are good, they're nice. I might want to have some, but what I'm really looking for is that token that has low liquidity, and I like it. And also, what we're forming is a green team that maintains that same philosophy. So we've picked out a particular token that has low liquidity that all of us on the green team are going to gang up on and buy a little bit, especially if it's down. And so to track that, we've got this tracking sheet here. The token that we've picked is this contract address right here, which stands for ETHTC. It stands for Ethereum Trade Credits. You can buy it on the Ethereum network or on the Pulsechain network. Everybody buys it on the Pulsechain network because it's a lot cheaper and the fees are lower. So nobody's buying it over on Ethereum because there's higher fees and the price is higher. So people are buying it on the Pulsechain network where the price is lower and the fees are lower. And here's the contract address if you want to join the green team. Well, what's the green team? The green team is a group of people that have picked out a particular token to concentrate on. We all concentrate on this particular token to help it go up. And our goal is for it to go up an average of 2% a day. And why is that? Because if it averages 2% a day, now granted, some days it's going to be way down, some days it'll be up more than 2%. But in the long run, if we as a team can concentrate on this one particular token and help it average going up 2% a day, for every $100 that a person puts in, if it averages 2% a day increase, it doubles in 37 days and doubles again in another 37 days and doubles again and again every 37 days. And if you leave $100 in this particular token for a year, and if the green team is successful, and there's no guarantee of that, you could lose your $100. But what could you gain? If the green team is successful, that $100 after a year will be worth $135,000 in portfolio value. And when it is worth $135,000, because we on purpose have low liquidity, you can't just go out and sell it for $135,000 and take cash and run away. For one thing, you'd hurt the green team, it'd make the price go down. For one thing, it'd hurt yourself. If you sell any part of that, it's going to make the rest of the ones that you didn't sell go down in value. For example, here's a $10,000 example that I show right here. If I have $10,000 worth and I sell $500 worth because I'm a trader to the green team and I want to sell instead of following the trend. Uh, Now my portfolio should be worth 9,500 because I sold 500, but because I sold, it makes the rest of my tokens that I didn't sell go down. So instead of my portfolio being worth 9,500, it might be worth 93 or 92 or even 9,000. Because by selling, you make the rest of the tokens that you didn't sell go down in value. Because when you sell, it makes the price go down. So you've hurt the green team and you've hurt yourself. So why sell? Well, if you're not going to sell, what are you going to do? How are you going to get $135,000 value out of this if you're not going to sell? If it purposely has low liquidity so that if you sell, it goes down a lot, then you got to figure out something to do besides selling it. Well, what can we do besides selling it? Well, it so happens that if we go over here to Dex Screener and look at this token, ETHTC, in fact, I'll go to our watch list. We've got a watch list which shows, where's the watch list on here? It shows different ways that you can buy ETHTC, which is our chosen green team token. No matter what you buy it with, you can click on the pair that you're using, and you can go over here and read what is it good for. It is a utility token. It is good for something. And here's a bunch of websites where you can use it. If you click on this, you can see that you can use this ETHTC that you've got. You've got $135,000 worth, remember, because you put in $100, you waited a year. If the green team was successful, it's now worth $135,000. Well, now I've got $135,000 ETHTC, and if I'm going to avoid selling it and driving the price down, what am I going to do with it? Well, I'm going to go to tctrademarket.com and look, there's real estate listings, cars for sale, vacation rentals, accommodations, tickets, gift certificates. I'm going to spend it, not sell it. So the money that I put into ETHTC, I have to remember that this is not money that I'm going to use for my mortgage. It's not money that I'm going to use to pay my taxes. It's money that I'm going to use for fun to buy all kinds of stuff. Okay, it's your fun money. I like to, where's the tracking this? I like to say, first, have a job or two, have some savings, have a balanced budget. Don't be running up credit cards and having to, pay off credit cards instead of having some fun money. So my opinion is a priority would be first have a decent job or two, have a little bit of savings in case the car breaks, you can get it fixed, have a balanced budget, be buying a little bit of real estate, get a down payment on a house. And after you do all of that, maybe even want some Bitcoin, which is nice and stable. And after you do all of that, if you have a little bit of fun money, if you got $100 or $200 or $300 a month that you can have as fun money, that is what I would use for the green team. The green team of ETHTC on Pulsechain means you're part of the tribe that concentrates on this one particular token and buys a little bit of it when it's red. And when your $100 turns into 135,000, if the green team is successful, instead of selling it, you spend some. Let's say you spend only 2% of it a month. Even if the token's only going up 2% a month by then, you could spend $2,700 a month on fun stuff, restaurant gift cards and bowling and entertainment and movies and vacation rentals and whatever. You could spend $2,700 a month and never reduce your 135,000 portfolio value if you're spending instead of selling. And if it's going up 2% a month still by then, you could spend $2,700 a month forever as long as it keeps going up at least 2% a month. Or you could gradually whittle away at the 135,000, but it's not ever going to cause the price to go down if you're spending instead of selling. So where else can I spend it? What else can I do with it? Well, here's a real estate and rentals website. Here's a directory. Here's tctrademark.com, vacation rentals. There's a lot of stuff that is available for sale for ETHTC. For example, if I go to tcbarter.com and I click on restaurants, all these restaurant gift cards are available for sale in exchange for ETHTC. And in fact, if you want to, you can get more TC here. There's two different kinds of TC. One of them is ETHTC, which is on the blockchain, which is what we've been talking about. There's another type of TC that's just called TC all by itself, and it's not on the blockchain. And if you want, once you have some value in ETHTC, you can transfer it over here at tcbarter.com and change it into TC, which is not on the blockchain. The advantage of that is that the price is stable. It's not going up and down anymore. It's worth $1 worth of trade on tcbarter.com. So you can what do you call it? Formalize it, stabilize it at $1 worth of trade value without worrying about it going up and down, without worrying about some other trader, green team member selling his instead of spending it. So you can change it into TC, which stabilizes the value. It also takes away the blockchain fees because it's not on blockchain. If you change it into TC, there's no transfer fee, there's no brokerage fee, there's no gas fee, there's no transaction fee. So you eliminate the blockchain fees and you have a stable value that's worth $1 in trade. You can transfer some of your ETHTC to TC. And when you get here, you can spend it either way. You can spend the blockchain and pay the gas fee, or you can spend the stuff that you've got off the blockchain that has no gas fee. And if you want to get involved with tcbarter.com, there's no advertising fee. There's no membership fee. You join for free. And if you refer a friend, they join for free. And if you refer them with your invite a friend referral link, they join for free just like you did, but you get 10 TCs for referring them as long as they verify their email, as long as they've got a verified listing in there. Just click copy, text that to them or email it to them. And if they enroll at TC Barter, like you did for free, then you get 10 TCs for each of those. So how else can you get more TCs? You can place a listing here yourself and advertise that you're doing auto repairs, tree trimming, dental work, whatever it is that you do, you can earn TC directly by placing a free ad. The ads are free, the transactions are free. There's no charge for all this. You can also place your products or gift certificates on consignment in the TC store and have the store sell them for you, like these restaurant gift cards are for sale from the TC store. You can share your referral link and earn 10 TCs, and you can buy TC with ETHTC or other cryptocurrency at the current DEX screener or CoinGecko value. So once you've got TCs, now you're spending, you're not selling. You can join the green team like we're talking about. Here's an explanation. It's a unique band of supporters for one particular crypto token at a time. This is what's new in the crypto world. There's green team that you can join, and we all concentrate on the ETHTC, and the goal is to make it go up an average of 2% a day. And where else can you change $100 into 135,000 portfolio value in a year? What if you eventually had $800 in here? You buy $50 worth now and then, and pretty soon you got $800 in here, and you wait a year, and if the green team's successful, that $800 is $1 million portfolio value, not selling value, because there's not enough liquidity on purpose. We keep the liquidity low so that it discourages you from selling. We want you to spend it, not sell it. If you sell it, the rest of your $1 million worth goes down in value. You sell $100,000 worth and your portfolio might go down by $200,000 worth. That's not profitable to be selling. It's profitable to be buying. If there's $1 million worth in here and it's only going up 2% a month by then, you've got $20,000 a month that you can go out and spend at any of these websites that are offering you to be able to spend ETHCC, or you can go to TC Barter and trade it in and get TC that's off the blockchain with no blockchain fees, no transfer fees. Pretty cool, I would say. Here's another website where you can buy and sell with ETHTC or TC, either one. TC is off the blockchain, ETHTC is on the blockchain. And here's listings of what you can buy with it. Here's what they have available. You go with this page, that page, this page, that page. You can also put your listing in here, which is free. Here's a lady offering party bus rentals. Here's a guy offering honey. Here's a Dodge Dakota truck. Here's handyman services. Real estate, he'll take it for real estate down payments. There you go. You can get your real estate started with ETHTC, and so on and so on. So we encourage you to think about joining the ETHTC Green Team. And that means that you buy a little when you can, especially when it's down. So let me see, is it a good day for me to buy? So the stock market's down, crypto's down, but crypto is starting to head up again. So that says to me, if I go over here to my watch list of ETHTC, look at this. There's a little bit of buying going on. Even though it's down for the day, it's heading back the other direction. So I'd like to be on that green team. So how do I do that? Well, first I have to get some Ethereum to buy it with. And the way to get Ethereum is to go to metamask.io, and download a wallet, and then go in here where it says buy. You'd be on the Ethereum network when you first get in there. You go in here and buy, you put in your credit card number and buy some Ethereum. Buy $100 worth, $200 worth, $500 worth. That's one way to get into the green team if you want to. You can also go to Coinbase or Kraken and buy some Ethereum over there and then send it to your MetaMask wallet. Once you've got some Ethereum in your MetaMask wallet, then you leave your MetaMask on the Ethereum network, and you go to pulsechain.com, Pulsechain. If I can't type, pulsechain.com. Go to pulsechain.com, and over here it shows you the information to put into your MetaMask wallet, so that in addition to the Ethereum network, you'll have MetaMask in there. Excuse me. In addition to the Ethereum network, you'll have Pulsechain in there. This is how you add Pulsechain to your MetaMask wallet. So you go into your MetaMask and you click on Ethereum right here, and pretty soon after you do this, you'll have Pulsechain in there. So once you have Pulsechain in there, you can switch to Pulsechain if you want. But in order to send the tokens from Ethereum over to Pulsechain so that you can buy them, so that you can buy the Green Team token, you have to leave this in the MetaMask, excuse me, leave this in the Ethereum network mode. So you're in MetaMask, and yet you've added the Pulsechain network to your MetaMask, so that in your MetaMask you have the choice. You can go to Ethereum, you can click here and go to Pulsechain. And the reason you have Pulsechain in here is because you went to pulsechain.com and you copied this information into your MetaMask and added that as a network. So now I want to transfer the Ethereum from the Ethereum network over to the Pulsechain network, because it needs to be on the Pulsechain network in order for me to buy the Green Team token. So to do that, I go to pulsechain.com, and up here where it says bridge, I click bridge, and I click this white button at the top, and I make sure that my wallet is in the Ethereum mode. So I go to my wallet, make sure it's changed this up here at the top to Ethereum. Okay, I'm in the Ethereum mode. And then I click to connect my wallet. And now it says I have Ethereum in my Ethereum network, in my MetaMask. And if I click max, I need to cut it back by 10%. So you could click max and then reduce it by 10%, because you need to leave some Ethereum in the Ethereum network to pay for gas, because it's going to cost you a little bit of gas to do this. So you can't transfer all your Ethereum. You can only transfer, let's say, 90% of it. And it's going to move it from the Ethereum network over to the Pulsechain network in your MetaMask. So you click connect wallet, you click send, you wait about a half an hour to an hour, and then your 90% of your Ethereum will now be over here on MetaMask. And then you can switch this to the Pulsechain network, because you've added it, and now you'll see it. You'll see in this wallet, there's some Ethereum in here. Once you change it from the Ethereum network over to the Pulsechain network, instead of ETH, now it's called WETH, stands for Wrapped Ethereum. And what that stands for is Ethereum from Ethereum, but it's riding on the Pulsechain network. WETH is Ethereum from Ethereum that's riding on the Pulsechain network. And now that you have some WETH in your MetaMask, and you switched over to the Pulsechain network up here, now you can buy some ETHTC if you want to. So remember, this isn't money that you're expecting to cash out and make $1 million. This isn't money that you should be using for your rent or for your mortgage or to pay your taxes or to pay your credit cards off. This is your fun money. It's fun money that you're not going to sell eventually, but you're going to spend it eventually. So let's say we put in $100, we wait a year, and we see what it turns into. So let's go try that for fun. Why am I doing it now? Because I've noticed that things are down, which means they're cheap in my mind. I've noticed that even though things are down, they're starting up. I want to be a part of the trend that's starting up, not the trend that's the falling knife that's still going down. If these were red all the way across, I wouldn't be interested in buying right now. I'd be waiting till tomorrow or some other time. But they're starting up, and yet they're down for the last 24 hours, which says to me that they're a bargain. So what am I going to do? I can go to I think it's called Go Pulse. Let me see. I haven't been this here for a while. I think Go Pulse, you can go to, oh no, it's PLS. Go Pulse is a good place to go where you can track your portfolio. You can look at apps, this and that, and this and that. Go Pulse is a nice website. But I think there's another one I've discovered recently, which is PLS Folio, I think it is. PLSfolio.com. And over here, it's interesting because it shows me some tools, and somewhere on here it shows the different decentralized exchanges I can use. I guess I need to get more familiar with this. Where's the list of decentralized exchanges? It could have been over at the other one where I was, which was what was it called? Go Pulse. Yeah, I'm just not as familiar with these as I should be. But I recommend that you go to goldpulse.com and also plsfolio.com, plsfolio.com. And somewhere on here it shows you the decentralized exchanges you can use. There's several of them. And I just happen to use the Piteous one. I call it Piteous so that I can remember it. It's like hideous, piteous. But if I go to the Piteous decentralized exchange. Now that I have wrapped Ethereum in my MetaMask wallet, I can connect my MetaMask wallet and I can change this to wrapped Ethereum. And I want to change this to ETHTC. If I don't see ETHTC on the list, then what I can do is go to Deck Screener, type in ETHTC, go into any of these pairs, slide down here to where it says pair, and don't get that one. Get the one right below it that says ETHTC, right below the word pair. Make sure it's the one that ends in 7AC8. And I click this to copy it. Then I can go over to whatever decentralized exchange I'm on, whether it's 9mm or Piteous or PulseX or whatever. And I can paste this in here and it'll say, okay, add this to my options of what I can buy. So now I've got wrapped Ethereum in here. And let's say I want to spend oh, there's only like $54 in here. Okay, I guess all I can spend is $54. And in this same wallet, you got to make sure that you have some Pulsechain tokens in here because those are what's used for gas on the Pulse network. You can see this wallet has $100 worth of Pulse in it. And this says it has, oh, I must be on a different wallet. See, the one that has the Ethereum in it ends in D2E8. So I need to connect this wallet. That's why it only had $53 in here. I got to click connect the wallet, and now it'll show that I have more because this other account. In your MetaMask, you can have, lots of different accounts that you can use for different purposes. The one I'm in right now is account number 10, and that's the one that had, nope, I want to be in the one that has more, the 2E8. Which one is that? Oh, that is it. Max. Okay, so now I'm in the right wallet that has $1,000 worth of wrapped Ethereum in it. And I don't need to do it all at once. Let's say I do $154 worth. And what am I doing? I'm getting $154 worth that I can put on my chart here. And if the green team's successful, a year from now, I'll be able to spend $200,000, or I can spend $4,000 a month, and therefore not affect my $200,000 value, as long as by then it's still going up at least 2% a month. Right now, our goal is to make it go up 2% a day, and we've been doing pretty good at it. And the more people that join the green team, the easier it'll be to keep it averaging going up 2% a day. If it does go up 2% a day, remember it doubles every 37 days. I can start taking out a little bit of my profit, not by selling, but by spending. I don't have to wait a whole year. If my $154 is worth $314 after 37 days, I could take out $154 by spending it and go get $154 worth of restaurant meals that cost me nothing because it's my profit on the 154 I put in, right? Or I could wait a year and spend $4,000 a month the rest of my life, as long as the green team keeps increasing by at least 2% a month at that point. Obviously, going up 2% a day may not go on forever. After a while, it might only be going up 2% a month. But if I'm joining now and I'm enjoying it, my 154 changing into 200,000, I'm on top of the game. So let's go do that. We didn't do it yet. So we have to click here. What was that ding ding? Does that mean somebody in the waiting room or what? I don't know. Okay, transaction submitted. So I'm using some of my wrapped Ethereum that I brought over from the Ethereum network. Now it's Ethereum from Ethereum that's on Pulsechain, and I'm using the app.piteas.io, app.piteas.io to get some ETHTC. It says swapped. So sooner or later, this watch list over here is going to start to be even more green. Look, maybe there's somebody else doing the same thing as me because it's already up 9% in the last 6 hours. So pretty soon when that 6 hours rolls over the 24-hour column, we're going to be up 9%, which is more than 2%. And that's our goal, to keep it up, going up an average of 2% a day. In fact, I like this green team thing. I got another $100 or so of fun money that I could put into this, that I'm not ever going to expect to sell it, but I'm going to expect to spend it when it increases in value, doubles every 37 days, I hope. So we can put in a little more here. Let's put in another, let's put another 150. We'll be up to 300. Uh, and over, what'll that mean over here? What's 300 on our tracking sheet? So instead of 150, we're going to be up to 300 because I'm going to do it again. So 300 after a year, that's $400,000 I'm going to have to spend to buy cars, buy dental work, buy roofing repairs, get my car fixed, go on vacation, vacation rentals, restaurant gift cards. I can call Uber Eats and they'll bring me the food and I can pay for it with a gift card that I bought with ETHTC. I can call DoorDash, same thing. I can go, well, let's go look for fun before I buy it. Let's see what my motivation is. I can go to all these restaurants with gift cards that I can buy from TC Barter. I can go to Subway sandwiches nationwide. I can go to IHOP nationwide. I can go to the movies and buy snacks and drinks and the movies, bowling, an aquarium, Broadway theater, off-Broadway theater, Top Golf, go play golf and get my food at my station, all in exchange for the gift cards that I can buy with tcbarter.com. I can go over here to the marketplace and there's lots of stuff for sale. I can go to uh, I can go to that list. Where did I go? Let's see, we're at Deck Screener. Oh, okay, here we go. I can go down here at Deck Screener and I can look at all these different websites where I can go to spend my ETHTC. So it's a utility token that I can spend so that I don't have to sell. Because if I sell, it makes the rest of the ones that I didn't sell go down in value. I'm going backwards. But if I spend, it doesn't change the price at all, except for what I spent. So that's cool. So I'm back over here buying some more. Let's get some more of this. Okay, let's see. I'm trading Ethereum from Ethereum, but it's riding on Pulsechain. I'm trading it for ETHTC, which is riding on Pulsechain. And the ETHTC is the chosen token by the green team. And I'm on the green team. So I'm buying when I can afford it with fun money, not my mortgage money, not my money I should be paying credit cards, not my money that I should be paying my mortgage. I should be buying some real estate. Remember our philosophy? Have a job or two, have a little bit of savings, have a balanced budget, have your credit cards up to date, be buying a little bit of real estate. Yes, maybe you bought a little bit of Bitcoin already. Now you have some fun money. And the fun money we use on this particular token, which is called the green team. I'm on the green team. So we just bought some more. Let's go look and see if remember, we purposely pick a token that has low liquidity so that when a little guy like me is buying, look at this. Green, green, green. Part of this is because we just spent $300. So in the last 5 minutes, it's up, which helps it in the last hour, which helps in the last 6 hours. Look at this. Over the last 6 hours, it's up about 10%, which is more than 2%. And if we wait till this 6 hours rolls into the 24-hour column, we've met our goal for the day. And all it took was me and a few others buying $100, $200, $300 worth now and then. So that's the story. Anybody have any questions? We are here at the YouTube channel tctrademart.com. The .com is spelled out tctrademart, DOTCOM. And we start a little after 8 o'clock every day, Mountain Time. And we hope to see you here tomorrow. Thanks for coming.